Today, the topic is development of interarterial septum. It is one of the most commonly asked questions. So, the development of heart starts with the emergence of cardiogenic area. Cardiogenic area. It leads to the formation of two tubes, one tube. It is right and left. So, two tubes are formed. They will merge into each other and form a one single tube. So, one single tube have four areas. One is bulbous cordis, one is primitive ventricle, primitive atria, and this is sinus venosus. So, cardiogenic area forms two tubes, one is right, one is left. Then they will merge into each other, forming single tube which have certain divisions known as bulbus cordis, primitive ventricle, primitive atria, and sinus venosus. So, this tube has certain divisions. So, between the atria and ventricles, this is a canal is formed known as AV canal. So, AV canal is formed between the primitive ventricle and primitive atria. Okay, so AV canal is formed. This AV canal is very important to understand the development of interarterial septum. Suppose we are seeing the AV canal from above. So, top view of AV canal. So, AV canal will have some cushions. These cushions will known as AV cushions. Okay, will known as AV cushions. Then these cushions will form a complete septum. This septum will be known as septum intermedium. This is known as septum intermedium. Okay, this septum intermedium, this is left, this is right. So here the tricuspid valve and the bicuspid valve will fit. Okay, so this septum intermedium is very important to understand the development of interarterial septum. Now coming to the main topic, this is the primitive atrium. Okay, these are the ventricles. So here the septum intermedium is present. Okay, this is septum intermedium. So primitive atria will be divided into two chambers, right atrial chamber and left atrial chamber. So it starts with the formation of septum primum. Septum primum will be exactly in the middle. Okay, so exactly in the middle it will start forming. It is sickle shaped exactly in the middle, and it will start growing. And it will leave some space. This space. Okay, this space will be known as ostium primum or foramen primum. This space is known as ostium primum or foramen primum. after some time this space will obliterate. Okay, this is AV cushion, so this will form a complete septum. It will touch the AV cushions, but to maintain the right to left shunt, certain fenestrations will appear. Okay, so septum primum will obliterate and some fenestrations will appear. They will join together to form septum. They will join together to form foramen secundum. Okay, foramen secundum. So they will join together to hold a foramen secundum. Okay, so foramen secundum is formed. Now another septum known as septum secundum will start forming towards the right side of septum primum. So another septum will start forming on the right side. Okay, forming on the right side, and it will leave a space known as foramen ovale. This space will be foramen ovale. So septum secundum, on the lower edge of the septum secundum, the foramen will be known as the foramen ovale. Okay, so foramen ovale will be there. Now the passage of blood will be from here to here. Okay, this will be the passage of blood. So passage of blood will be the oblique path of blood to maintain right to left shunt. We have oblique passage from foramen ovale. Then this is foramen secundum. Okay, foramen secundum. At birth, pressure in the left atrial chamber will increase and septum primum will fuse with septum secundum. So suppose this is AV cushion. Suppose this was septum primum and this was septum secundum. Now at birth the condition will be septum primum and septum secundum will fuse with each other. Okay, they will fuse with each other. Okay, they will fuse with each other. Right to left shunt will be obliterated and the left atrial chamber will receive direct blood from lungs. Okay, so there are two terms. One is fossa ovalis and one is annulus ovalis. So what are these terms? If suppose this is septum secundum and this is septum primum. Okay, red one is septum secundum and purple one is septum primum. So the lower edge, this lower edge will be the annulus ovalis. So lower free edge of septum secundum is annulus ovalis, and the bare area of septum primum is known as fossa ovalis. Bare area of septum primum. So this completes the topic. Thank you.